Is there a need for an introduction to the Yamaha MT15? It is the R15 V4's street naked brother. Nepalma, the Yamaha MT15 is one of the best 150cc motorcycle available. This bike appears to be a scaled down replica of the Yamaha MT09, which served as inspiration for its design. The MT15 BS6 comes with twin LED DRLs, a bifunctional LED headlamp, and an LED tail light are still features of the Yamaha MT15. The alloy wheels are colored and the front forks have a silver hue to it. In addition, the muscular fuel tank has an open badge plate with the Yamaha emblem on it. The bike also has a rear wheel hugger, an engine shroud, a slightly upswept exhaust, and a two-step single-seat configuration. Genuinely धेरै नै comfortable छ. With the Yamaha MT15, the dark side of Japan is the design language. This design concept aims to produce motorcycles with a dark appearance that are aggressive and powerful. यो बाइकको design language Japanese manga र anime बाट inspired छ, which frequently have strong dark characters with an air of mystery and strength. Sharp edges, vivid hues, and an edgy aesthetic define the Yamaha MT15's design language. The MT15 seems to us like it's ready for combat against obnoxious road users who are determined to turn your trip into a dodgeball game. It looks raw and purposeful. The 155cc 4-stroke liquid-cooled engine on this bike is equipped with a single overhead camshaft and 4 valves. It is equipped with a TCI ignition system and an injection-based fuel delivery system. Through the use of a wet multi-plate clutch, the engine is connected to a 6-speed manual gearbox system, providing seamless gear shifting. The engine can produce 13.9 Nm of peak torque at 8,500 RPM and 18.4 bhp of maximum power at 10,000 RPM. The top speed of this bike is clocked to be around 120 km/h with the assistance of this delivery. The engine of the MT15 produces 0.2 Nm more peak torque but somewhat less power than the BS4 model. The bike's curb weight has also increased by 1 kg. R15 सँग compare गर्नु पर्दा, the MT15 is marginally faster, up to 60 km/h, while the R15 is roughly 0.5 seconds faster, up to 0 km/h. Taking into account the variation in sprocket sizes, this makes sense. All things considered, the engine sounds active on the highway with the revs sitting at 8,000 RPM at 100 km/h because the gearing is so biased towards the city. Expectedly, the peak speed is roughly 130 kph, which is slower than the R15, but as you get over 120 kph, the performance does start to wane. The bike is equipped with Yamaha's finest technology available in Nepal. This bike can actually become 2 bikes thanks to technology called variable valve actuation, or VVA as the business refers to it. The VVA produces a strong base end in the RPM range in addition to a nice top end. One may consider the VVA to be an instantaneous upgrade to a larger bike. Because of this, commuting in the city feels like a typical 150cc commuter. The low-end torque is also sufficient to move in stop and go traffic. The clutch slips and assists as well. Because of this, it is incredibly light and you can simply pass through traffic by applying the clutch. LED DRLs, a halogen projector headlamp, and an LED tail light are still features of the Yamaha MT15. In the Deluxe version, we also get warning lights for hazards. Navigation is a feature lost on the MT15 though. Traction control is also a major feature missing in the MT15, unlike on the Yamaha R15 V4. Riding around the uneven and bumpy roads of Kathmandu, we noticed that the suspension is a little harsher than usual. Better feel and feedback from the front end, particularly at turns, is the trade-off though. This lets you go faster because the bike feels more grounded and stays on the desired course. The bike seems much more confident than the other bikes we tested of the same segment, which got a little uneasy when pushed too hard. Even abrupt direction changes are handled with greater dexterity. Maneuvering through city traffic is a breeze thanks to Yamaha's deft handling and the wide handlebars power, short turning radius, and crisp steering deserve all the credit for that, since they combine to make the motorcycle incredibly responsive to inputs. The brakes provide good bite and feedback from the front, but we find it incomprehensible that Yamaha has still not provided ABS for the rear. During panic or emergency braking, a locked rear tire could lead one to lose control, especially considering our bad road conditions. For this price point, we think a dual channel ABS is a must. Even now, the MT-15 is an excellent tool for navigating the bustle of the city. People searching for an incredible, enjoyable commute will be immediately drawn to it because of its lively engine, low curb weight, and agile handling. But for the most part, we believe the pricing is reasonable for the features and performance offered. Want a street bike that is well built, efficient on fuel, and has enough performance for the city? The Yamaha MT-15 is simply one of the best options available. Overall, the Yamaha MT-15 is a motorcycle that is available at your local Yamaha dealerships for a very competitive price of 5,24,000 rupees. The bike is easy to ride, and with the recent improvements, it looks to have surpassed even its expectations and lifted the bar considerably.
For more reviews, blogs, comparisons, अनि तपाईको बाइक किन्ने डिसिजनलाई सजिलो पार्नको लागि head on to BikePriceNepal.com. Do like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.